Hey guys, it's Dan the Medic. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm over here on Spring Mountain near Wynn Road where there's a plaza with a whole ton of stuff to eat. And I'm hungry. Let's get something to eat, guys. Here we go. Look at this. So much to eat. Alright, so let's walk over to the sidewalk and yeah, it is Saturday night, so it's so busy, guys. I have to park all the way at the end. There we go. So I hear there's a place called Mew Japanese BBQ and Sushi. So let's go see how that is like. Here we go, guys. Yeah, the parking situation here is horrendous. A whole lot of restaurants, not a lot of parking spaces. I think each storefront, has like 4 or 5 spaces and that's it. The size of the storefront over here. For example, like over here, this massage place, you got like 4 or 5 spots, right? Including that side, maybe 6 or 8 spots. But a lot of these restaurants fits hundreds of people. Yeah, not a lot of parking here. A lot of congestion over here. And here we are, Mew Japanese BBQ. Let's go in and see if, make sure I can not get run over here. We'll go in and see if they're okay with YouTubing. Yeah, because some places will be like, no camera, no camera. Oh, hope this is not a waiting list. A lot of people outside, guys. Okay, so the waiting list is an hour. As is life, guys. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna hang out in my car, or maybe even drive it a little closer. This one space is emptying out because it's like almost 10 p.m. So the 8 p.m. dinner rush is kind of over, So look, here's space right here. Yeah, I don't feel good parking so far away. Someone might break in, which has happened to me before on Spring Mountain. I have videos about that. Check them out. They broke into my car, stole my bag of camera stuff, like YouTubing supplies. Of all things, yeah. That wasn't even that long ago. So nowadays I get kind of paranoid when I park here on Spring Mountain. Yeah, I'm gonna get to my car. Alright, so I moved the car from across the street over there near the curb to over here near the plaza. It's a little more well lit. And my strategy for dealing with car break-ins is to just leave the thing open. Alright? Look. Right, this is the back window. I leave it open enough for them to reach in and to pull the back seats forward to see what's in the trunk. Both sides I leave open. At the time I got broken into, they smashed the little corner one so they can reach in and open up the trunk, like the back seat, to see the trunk. Then they smashed this side over here to move it forward. When they saw that there was something there, then they smashed the big window to take the item, right? So I'm like, so nowadays I got nothing in there, so I leave it open so that if the thief choose to inspect, they can reach on in without breaking the glass, pull the seat forward and see that there's nothing to take. Save me the headache, like file an insurance claim, getting the glass fixed. Oh my goodness, Yeah, so sometimes, I just leave it open, right? Now, there is an alarm in the car that if they reach in and open the door, the alarm will sound. Right? But as long as they don't open the door, the alarm don't sound. It's a weird alarm, guys. It came from the factory like that. Who knows? But anyway, just trying to kill time. It's only been 5 minutes. Alright, guys, we're seated. So this is the menu. Now, I know you can't see it too good, but this is it anyway, and I'll talk about it. Alright, so there is the A, the B, and the C. The A is available Monday through Thursdays and then Friday for lunch. The B is available all the time, but doesn't have the Wagyu selection of C. So I'm like, I don't like Wagyu anyway. I mean, I'll eat it, but it's just way too much fat. There's a lot of times I've eaten a little too much Wagyu and then I get upset stomach. So regular beef is good for me. So I chose course B, which is $35.95, guys. All right. And this is the menu for course B. And we got the Korean tap water over here. Look at this, guys. Korean style. I wonder where Koreans got this idea, because every Korean place I go to, they do the same thing. And some places they reuse like soju bottles or something like that. If it isn't the soju, I'm not sure. Cheers, guys. Tap water. All right. Gonna order some stuff. Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Can I please have your takoyaki? All the meats.
So ribeye, bone-in, pork rib, top sirloin, beef.
Sorry to interrupt. My husband said he's so excited to see you.
Oh, hi, viewers, guys. All right. So, yeah, all the meats, and I have the pork belly. Then I'll take your tonkatsu ramen. It's small, right?
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
medium size, yeah.
I'll take this here tuna, salmon, masago, tobiko, freshwater eel, one soft shell crab roll, and a bowl of white rice.
Right?
Yeah.
Water okay to start?
Yeah, water is good. Thank you. All right, I ordered everything. Hope I can finish it because they charge you if you don't. All right, so there's been some comments below, right? In general, asking me about why I always eat the included stuff and not pay extra, right? Now, I don't mind paying extra, right? But I don't pay extra until I'm done with all the included stuff first. Today's a great example. The menu, course B, is the cheapest menu today. It has all this, right? Menu C, $11 more. And $11 more get you some Wagyu and one or two more things, right? Now, because it is my first visit, I would eat everything here first. If it is my second visit, I might try the stuff on the same cheap menu that I haven't tried the first time. Until I've exhausted everything that is included, then on a different day I'll order the expensive menu, which is $11 more, because that has all this in it and there's a few more things. And then after that, because look, if I came today and gotten the Wagyu menu, the expensive one, and ordered all the Wagyu, I'm not gonna know about anything else. So eventually, I'm gonna have to, right, try everything, including the expensive menu. But what if I tried the expensive menu and it sucked, right? Food was not fresh. whatever the case may be, and I said I will not be coming back, then I wasted the extra money. Right? So always good to try the least expensive thing first, and then if everything else is okay, the service is good, which it is so far, right? The ordering and everything, it smells nice in here. Very meaty, guys, you know, so far I'm liking it. And the day will come that I will be back for the more expensive menu. You know, that's the way I operate. Why is that? Why is it that rich people don't do that and they just go straight for the expensive one? Because rich people are rich. I ain't rich, guys. Money don't go on trees. You know, you gotta conserve whenever you can. And doing this method, I'm able to stretch out the dollar. So that's why I do things. Same thing on a cruise ship. I eat all the included food first, and then, you know, maybe if I'm really curious, a specialty restaurant. Because it's like, why go on the cruise and skip the cruise-free food, eat at the specialty restaurants, when on land, you got specialty restaurants up the wazoo. You can eat at restaurants all day long. When you're on the cruise, eat the cruise food. The mass-produced, you know, from the big galley, you know, 6,000 meals, you know, all that stuff. You know, because you can't get that on land. No, you cannot. You know, like the Wonder of the Seas that I went on, they had a Johnny Rockets as an upcharge place. There's Johnny Rockets at the Excalibur. There's Johnny Rockets everywhere. Why I need to go and pay extra above and beyond, you know what I mean, to get Johnny Rocket? No. Because you go anywhere, you cannot find cruise food. You know, banquet freaking 10,000 meals with like 300,000 pounds of supplies. You cannot find that on land, only on a cruise ship. Which is kind of like the reason why I go, to see how that stuff is. You know, evidently if you pay more, you'll get something nice. But, yeah, I just like to do it the conservative way. Just waiting for the food. So it's about 77 to 78 decibels in here. Too loud, guys. It's not as enjoyable. It should be at like maybe 60, 65. You know? Like over here, I cannot get a conversation going. Like if I had a friend sitting right there, I was just gonna be like, what? What? And then we all have to shout. You know? So, very loud music over here. That's one thing I don't like. You know, lower it down, you know? Aha! Thank you. Oh, look, very nice. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you. And thank you. All right. All right, guys, take a look at all this. Alright guys, so there is a method of doing this, right? My method. I like to cook the stuff that does not have any sauce first, and then things with the sauce I'll cook afterwards. There we go. So we got pork belly. I don't know, they put a whole bunch of herbs on it. Don't know what it is. We'll cook that. There we go. Then we got this thing here. It looks very easy to cook. I just throw this on here. And this small little pieces right here. Throw that on there. And we'll let that cook. Yep, we're letting it cook, guys. Then after that would be this here steak. Oh, I need my white rice so bad, guys. It's looking so good. I can smell it. Mmm. Nice sharp scissors today. Oh, we got some of the char on here. Take a look at that. Now I'm going to turn the fire up maximum. And then we're going to throw this here big piece of beef on it. So it gets a nice good sear. Hopefully it'll get a good burn on it. All right. Now let's try the pork belly. You cannot go wrong with pork belly, guys. Oh, so good. I just need white rice. Well, it's getting the nice char. Time to flip it over. Here we go. Make a medium rare. Give it extra minute on this side. Move my pork over a little bit.
Got a side of rice?
I'll take it. Thank you.
No problem.
All right, white rice is here finally. Oh, white rice, guys, so important. very nice. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna take it off the grill. Let it rest. Okay, let's try this stuff. Ooh. Nice. Put some salt on it. Yeah. There we go. All right. Now, I'll put the what appears to be galbi on here. Aha, galbi. That's a good char. That's a good char, guys. So there's been comments below. Danny the Medic, I can't believe you're going to a restaurant to pay money to eat and you have to cook it yourself. That is ridiculous. You know, the thing is, in life, everyone got their different version of what is fun and what they're willing to pay for. To me, this is fun. I enjoy this. Let me lower the fire. All right. Take this off the grill here. There we go. And I like the grill surface nice and black. I like the char flavor. Let's throw in this stuff here. I don't even know what meats and what. Just toss them on here, guys. Spread it around. This might be the chuck, I don't know. Alright, so I am done grilling the meats. It's time to change the grill, and we'll be right back after these commercial messages. Alright, so this has arrived. Let's try this tonkatsu ramen. It's looking very nice. Alright, I like how it got an egg in it. Let's try the broth. The broth has some sour notes in it. It might come from this like bamboo shoot looking stuff. Yes. Bamboo shoot looking stuff is quite sour. Let's try the noodles. Got a piece of pork in it. Let's try the pork. It's like a 7. Yeah, it's like around 7. I think the pork is like overly hard. All you can eat, guys. Oh, let's try the egg. Half an egg. You know, for something like this, I'll be okay with it if I'm walking down the street and then, you know, there's a small little place selling this for like $5. I'll be all right. Yeah, it's not bad. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. All right, let's take a look at that. That came pretty quick. I could use a little more wasabi. They gave me just like a teeny, insiest little bit. It's okay. It comes with a topping of like a crab salad. Like they take a chopped, minced the fake crab meat, something like that.
This kid is on the way as well, sir.
I need more wasabi. Yeah, the salad top part is actually sweet. Thank you. May I please have 3 napkins and wasabi? Thank you. Finally, we got enough wasabi. They better not charge me for wasabi, guys. There was a place that once tried to charge me for wasabi. You know, it no longer exists. We're talking about like decades ago. Alright, so let's try this stuff here. Oh no, it's unraveling. Try this here, black egg sushi. Oh, the wasabi help a lot. All right, so what I'm gonna do now, finish up the water. All right, that's the last of it. And I'm gonna put it there Chinese style. Which is to open it up and leave the lid kind of like that to signify that it's empty. A lot of times when I eat sushi, I'm in it for the soy sauce and wasabi and the rice. Not so much the fish. All right, let's do the tuna. Pretty good, guys. Let's see how long this bottle stays there. Trying the salmon here. All right, guys, I'm full. Let's do the final thoughts outside in the parking lot. All right, guys, it's time for final thoughts. Now, I was going to do it in the parking lot, but it was very congested. And I felt like very sticky from the oil, you know, barbecue in front of your face, right? So I went home, took a shower and everything, and then I had a good nap, and then now final thoughts. All right, so there was a couple of things that I did not feature in the video, right? One of which was that I've been told that the ticketing system was having issues, right? It was down, as I've been told. As such, some of my stuff never came. The takoyaki never came, guys. I didn't even know until like I got home. I said, wait a second. I was editing the video and said, wait a second, the takoyaki. Where's my takoyaki? Right? So it never came. Right? Stuff took a little while longer to come. I had to remind the staff, and they had to write it down again. Right? Because, you know, computers, you know, it ain't perfect, all right? So that, and let's see, now we're gonna talk about the logistics, right? The parking was a nightmare. I feel like I will never go again on a popular time. Friday night, Saturday night, you know, like stuff like that. It was like so many cars, so hard to find parking, right? And so, yeah, like that same plaza, I've been there other times, like 3 in the morning or whatever the case may be, for like on the middle of the weekday for the pho restaurant that's like several doors down. And there's plenty of parking, right? So different times, different parking, right? So you go there and then it's like, yeah, I wouldn't go there again on a busy, popular time, right? And of course, that wait was an hour, guys, my goodness. Okay, so now, the atmosphere. I personally find the noise level and music level to be kind of high. You know, like I would rather have less noise, right? Because I'm trying to eat, you know, I'm not at a club. Although some restaurants out there, they feel like they're offering a club environment to be all trendy and everything. And I'm just not that type of person. You know, hey, there's some people out there who love that stuff. Everywhere they go, you know, they're blasting their music. You know, that would be the type of place for them. Okay, food-wise, I'm gonna separate this into different categories, right? The meats. I say most of the meat is okay, right? Some are pretty tasty, but there was one offering near the beginning, a small, I believe is a 2-piecer, not the big ones, but a small two-piecer. It wasn't exactly fresh tasting, right? I tasted it, and you know how like you go and you buy beef from the supermarket, and then you put it in the fridge, and then you forget about it after a while, and then oh, time to cook it, and then it got that not so fresh flavor. Yes, a couple of bites had that. I discarded it. Right, the rest of it is okay. none of the meats were mind-blowingly good. Now I've been to many a type of like table barbecues, of which it was like a freaking 10. You know, like this, it's like not counting the off flavor piece, it's like 7.5, 7.7 is okay. You know, the pricing doesn't reflect it's okay. I've been to cheaper places with like mind-blowingly good meat, good quality, fresh and everything. You know, like one place is like down that way. I went with neighbor Rachel, and oh, that was unforgettable. Yeah, I should be going back there soon. All right, now the sushi, it in its entirety was better than the meat offering. That is very strange for a place that offers both barbecue meat and sushi. Usually it's the other way around. Usually the meat is really good, and then the sushi was like okay. But yeah, sometimes I think people is coming. Anyway, so yeah, sushi, oddly enough, better than the meat. Sushi, 7.8, 7.9, 8.0. All right. Now, I didn't have any dessert because, you know, I'm lactose intolerant. You know, I also don't need the sugar. This is black coffee, by the way. Just plain black coffee. All right, so there was the bowl of noodles. Not the best, not the worst. It was all right. Not a fan of the sourness that came from the bamboo shoot. But, you know, if that's the way they make it, that's the way they make it. Okay. Now, service-wise, I felt like it may be because it's a very popular night and they're tired, but the service was not as good as other places I've been to, right? I mean, just for this instance. Like, for example, there was a point in time I ran out of napkins, and then there was no one to come and look at the table and using their own personal judgment, okay, this table needs a couple more napkins and refill the water, you know? There was none. The water, they cannot see through it. So maybe like they could have came by and just like lifted the water a little bit to see how much is left in there. But it was a very busy night and it was kind of late. So as is, right? So everything, it was kind of, it was like an acceptable, okay situation. I feel that the pricing could have been maybe $25, you know, because $35.95, I was expecting more because, you know, of the price. But it is a very popular location, right? So that location, I believe, is very popular with tourists, right? Because it's central to Spring Mountain. You just take the Uber or the bus right there, and you got all these options. You know, it's not like a place that I think a local would go to, because a local would have a car, right? Like people come to Vegas, they usually don't do car rentals because they're here, they go to the strip, they're in a big casino, they just stay in there. No reason to leave, right? So I think locals would go elsewhere. So that place is all right, you know? Now, let me see if there's anything else I want to say. Nope, that's it, guys. All right? Just want to thank you for watching. Have a good one. Never did get that takoyaki.